It's all the way the other way.
And welcome back to Comics. This is Andres. I'll be your host for the day. Yeah, it's a bad idea by these guys again, but they don't learn. So here's the rest of the cast. Go ahead, Carmen.
Hi, I'm Carmen. Sorry, I just interrupted you, which already can tell people how this is going to go.
I think at this point, that's what's expected. This is Luis. What's up, guys?
Ash.
What's up, guys? It's Esteban.
And this week, Ash has our drink of the day.
It does. Now, it doesn't go down smooth.
Does it ever?
Sexual joke insert.
Again?
But I got hornitos.
Well, I mean, your tequila choices are slightly improving.
Yeah. See, here's the deal with this, though, is that the first one is kind of like that kick in the back of the throat.
I bet.
Goddamn. Again, insert sexual joke. But the second or third one in, it's like, I don't even taste it.
Again, I bet.
Insert to the back of the throat, huh? Okay.
And I said second and third one in.
I did everything I can. Okay, so also, I got it because it made me laugh because when it said horny toes, I thought horny toads, which reminded me of Battle Toads, which reminded me of the NES Ninja Turtles, and it just went into a whole thing, and I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just got a preview inside the mind of Ash right now.
Yeah, that's bad.
You guys are not gonna
like it. Yeah.
Andres is like, "Fuck, I quit."
No, I was waiting for you to intro the shot we were gonna do, but I guess
okay.
I didn't come across you.
Okay, so we are all going to take a shot today.
Yes.
It is my mom's birthday. I won't go sad with it, but we lost her this year, and so if ever our podcast lands on a December 3rd, which this probably doesn't release it until whatever, to Virginia. Cheers.
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 Woo. For Spotify and Apple Music, we all just took a shot. Ooh, next time we should pause and say we're count them in and we all take a shot on the podcast.
No.
We'll work that out.
All right,
thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Of course. Anything for you, my friend. So we're getting back into the show. So we got reports this week that Universal Studios in Japan is opening. And along with reopening, they're going to be opening a Nintendo World coming this February 2021. What do you guys think?
I saw the pictures for it. It looks badass. Honestly.
No, it really does. It's but February, like that sounds really ambitious. Do we all genuinely think it's gonna open then? Considering the state of the world.
Well, they're not America, so yeah, I believe that any other country is handling it better than us. So yeah, by all means, they should reopen since they've handled their pandemic better than us.
What's crazy is how massively populated they are too in comparison, and for them to have handled it so much better than us, like it's fucking ridiculous. But dude, it looks so good. Like just the idea of having something like that involves people going in there. Like they released some photos of the inside of Bowser's Castle, and one of the few rides that's gonna be open is Mario Kart.
Do we get to dodge torches? Please tell me yes. Or axes? Can we dodge them?
I don't know if we can. I mean, you can try throwing them at people.
All right, I'm gonna get hired.
Bananas.
But I know it's cool. It looks something. It's very like there's like of the footage that was released. They show like piranha plants like kind of like moving around. It looks very lively. The coins are fucking spinning on platforms. And there's like a little kiddie ride of like different colored Yoshis that you can like ride like a carousel that you can ride on. Yeah,
road trip.
It looks fucking legit, and it's so cool just to see where like video games are going mainstream. going into like theme park shit. So yeah, I'm excited. Well, I'm hoping it does stick to the 2021 date, because I think once that happens, that would start giving me hope for 2021.
All right, let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing, brother. Okay. Let me put it this way. A lot of my generation woke up Christmas morning to a boxed Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're this age in charge of the country or countries. So I'm not in charge of shit, but I'm saying in general, that's the generation. So a lot of stuff, there's a world dedicated to Nintendo. That's us. That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's that.
No, of course, man.
So that's all I mean. Like rock and roll was, kids becoming that age. But yeah, no, that's amazing. That's awesome. I'm rambling, but I hope you know what I'm saying.
On that subject, though, don't you think that our generation is kind of taking over pop culture more than like previous generations? Like,
I like that even you said it 20 times better than I did. Yes.
Stranger Things, for example, like the nostalgia factor of it being like taking place in the 80s, that's something that I think a lot of us here on this podcast at least can relate to and be like, holy shit, I forgot that's what malls used to look like, or holy shit, look at that outfit, or whatever. And so like we're getting a big dose of nostalgia lately. And even Wonder Woman 1984, it's just like all the kids that were kids are grown up now. We're the ones that are fucking buying those movie tickets and going to the theme parks.
Well,
Do you think because the people involved in these projects are our age or a little bit older than us, and so they're catering to us? I mean, I'm all for it. Give it to me.
Also,
again,
I
said it. Way better than I said it.
Also, we're the money generation, so
that's true. We really are.
So we're the prime demographic that gets catered to at the moment. So that's why you see and everything.
I don't know though, man. Like when I was a kid, I don't remember like things that were pop culture then being catered to the adults of then. Like I kind of feel that the kid, like 80s and early 90s kids, we just never grew up. We still liked the nerd shit. We still liked the crap that we liked, versus the generations before that. They all decided to grow up. They all decided to like move on to other things.
No, dude, really think about it. I mean, yeah, that's the case. Like our generation grew up and we still grew up with that nostalgia, still grew up with that mentality. The generation before us has seen some shit, dude. You know what I mean?
Wars.
Going through, different. Yeah, man. So it's just kind of like, of course, this generation, our generation, is going to grow up, but not grow up, but still share that nostalgia with everybody in the world. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. It's like our previous generation, the boomers, as they call them, they were forced to grow up. They were forced to, become adults sooner than they wanted to be sometimes, So I get it.
For sure.
They had a game called Stickball. I think we're good. I think our generation's good.
Stickball is baseball.
Yeah, but it's a stick and there's some kind of, it's a thing.
Okay.
And it goes back to sticks and balls.
It always goes back to sticks and balls. I mean, come on.
Come on.
Moving on.
I mean, you set up a lot of jokes that were like, that's like having like the service and the fucking, you're about to spike it and you're like, nope.
See, Ash is happy because there is no HR.
You need to spike it.
All right.
So moving on, there's reports this week that Mads Mikkelsen is set to replace Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. What do you guys think?
I mean, it goes back to the whole thing.
What's he replacing him in? What's he replacing him in?
In Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts.
All right, take it away, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
He's done it twice?
Johnny Depp's been in 2, yes.
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Yeah. I feel, I don't know, man. This is a touchy subject because that whole thing happened, and then the whole Amber Heard thing happened, and I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But
is that a Disney?
No, it's Warner Brothers.
And hold on, I'll go into it because that's the sole reason that he's getting removed from the movie. Say what you will and believe what you want. The very fact that when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard started going out, Amber Heard was 17 and Johnny Depp was in his 40s, that should let you know anything you need to know. And as a film company that's pandering to children, you don't want one of your stars in the movie to have that on his background. So of course he was going to get removed. It's like, yeah, believe who you want. And if you believe that Amber Heard did stuff to Johnny Depp as well, whatever. Johnny Depp is still more of an adult than Amber Heard was.
I retract all of my previous statements.
Yeah,
from
I
the
didn't
last
know
time that
about
we
the
talked about that.
He didn't
at
fucking
all.
Did not know that at all. So
We also didn't let him talk on the last one. I'm sorry, Andres.
that's
No
true.
worries.
So I retract all of my previous statements of what I said in regards to this topic.
And I love Johnny Depp, like hands down. There's so many
Yeah,
movies.
samesies.
It's like, yeah, you can't, from Crybaby to fucking Edward Scissorhands to fucking, even like when he plays like side characters and like fuck, one of his like underrated roles is
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
exactly, like that character he plays, the FBI agent, is such a, like, that is the best part of that movie. And I wanted to see like Desperado sequel so bad, and like Johnny Depp just stole the fuck out of that
He
movie.
did. He fucking really did.
But that
He really
being said, I can't like,
And then talking to the little kid and helping him see, like, fuck, that movie
Yeah.
is a lot better than we remember it.
oh, I love that movie, yeah. But with that being said, it's like I understand.
Yeah. You're
Again.
With other projects that he's involved, would you feel the same way, or would you just want him to retire and just let it be what it was? Because I mean, whether it's true or not, there were still these allegations, and so it kind of already has tarnished his reputation. And let's just say that they were true allegations, and it did happen. So are we still supposed to support him in whatever projects he does, or do we say, oh, you know what, he's a badass actor, therefore I'm gonna not put his private life attached to this movie, and I'm still gonna support the movie?
I can't do that, can you?
I can't.
I can't do that. Like okay, I like if you go through Woody Allen movies, like I love Woody Allen as a director.
Mhm.
But he also married his stepdaughter when fucking he helped raise her. So I can't. And there is a lot of like, even his current, like, he hasn't put a movie out in a little bit, but like all his newer movies, it's like, it's such good shit. There's like so many actors that go to like, fuck, I did a Woody Allen movie. But I'm just like, fuck, you know what? I can't, like just having the sheer compassion as a human being, not necessarily saying like, oh, what if that was your mother? Oh, what if that was your cousin,
Right.
your sister? Like just being a human being, like if that was your case, is that cool? Like, I don't know. So
when is it not your business? When is their business not your business?
That's the problem, dude. When you're
when morality or just being
Right, it's not
exactly.
If there was a point in our society where if you were an atheist, automatically you're a devil worshiper and we shouldn't support you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like let's support the guy going out with a 17-year-old, but sometimes it's just not our fucking business.
But the fact that we
It's
know
not like
that
we're giving them straight up money and we're fucking going every Thanksgiving. It's just sometimes we're just seeing a fucking movie.
the fact that shit happens and you know about it. So whether you go to support it, because whether you do or don't.
What about the fucking the boom mic guy that has nothing to do with anything that you're not
Do you
supporting?
know? Yeah, understood.
But exactly.
Yeah, it's affecting him. So that's exactly why the fuck. What about the fucking theaters that they don't get to scan the movie?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that affects them. That's why Warner Brothers went ahead and pulled Johnny Depp from it, so it doesn't affect anybody else. It's like, you can't come out in this children's movie when you have these allegations hanging over your head. Now, if it's like what Carmen said, if it's another movie, like an adult movie, it's up to me to decide whether I go and support him at that case. It's like, yeah, that decision's on me as a human being, whether I'm like cool with those allegations, whether they still allegations or it's proven at that time, then that's on me as an adult. But as a company that's backing up its like bottom line to make money, it's like, I understand why they're doing it. And by the way, I know we're talking about just Johnny Depp right now, but Mad Mikkelsen is a great actor.
Dude, he's
and
fucking amazing.
Yeah, he is fucking perfect to fill in that character. Like even just the blonde Johnny Depp as Grindelwald in the films, like you could straight up just fit into that shit perfect.
Oh, dude, like of course, amazing. I mean, him being in so many movies, and God, I'm trying to remember that one. It's a Netflix movie that he was in, and he was an assassin that was trying to retire.
Or just in fucking Hannibal, he is fucking.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. That's where I know him from, Hannibal.
Dude,
Oh,
he was fucking dope in Hannibal.
And he is
Rogue One.
Yes, and he came out in fucking the 007 movie with when there was
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale. Yeah.
One small thing I wanted to say before we steer away from it. I know we're already going back into like the actual topic, which is the new actor replacing him. But we live in such a fast-paced world of what is taking up the 5 minutes of fame, and in the same sense of 5 minutes of fame, it's also who are we going to hate on right now? Like, do you remember when Mel Gibson said all that fucking anti-Jew shit? And then he laid low for 10 years.
Do you
and
want
then
to
now
correct that? Go on. Sorry. Go on. Sorry.
that's not a slur. I'm not saying it negatively.
Okay, sorry.
And
You said it with an A.
he lays low. He lays low for 10 years, and then now he starts little by little going back into movies. And then people, to your point, Andres, they're making that decision of do they want to see that movie or not. The same thing goes if somebody is accused of something horrible, how long do they wait around before they decide to go back out to see if people will support them? And in some cases, they do get supported again. Be like, oh, this guy's back, and this is great. And it's like,
if you're asking
pretty
me,
horrible shit.
Like if you're asking me, I still like he said like really anti-Semitic, misogynistic shit in those phone calls. So it's like I don't give a fuck about Mel Gibson. Say he does a movie now. I'm not gonna go. If he's a supporting cast member in a film that I want to see, then fine. But if he's the main actor, which he's fucking old now, so they're not making movies that he's starting in anymore. So that I'm not gonna go see shit with him in it, regardless.
They're making movies with him, but it's like a straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Suggest because you saw Hard Target, you might like this fucking other
Hard Target.
But yeah, it's like that, like get the Gringo. It's one of those. But either way, it's like that random.
But it was just that's my only point. It's just like we give it enough time, and eventually they get back. If we allow it.
Fucking happens that we just forget. I know. Sorry, Esteban.
No.
Right. But there's so many things that happen. You fuck up. There's so many things that happen in America that like. You just give it enough time and other people will fuck up. And then you just, hi, I'm going to do a movie.
Yeah, I don't forget.
Yes, and that's my point, is that, like Andres was saying, us as human beings, we're going to remember that. So don't get me wrong.
Like it goes up to you as in what your morality is. And that's fine. I'm not judging anybody I'm saying for me and myself, I'm not cool with Mel Gibson. I don't know. Do I plan to forgive Johnny Depp? It's like as a decent human being, it's like I don't know. Like, can I? I loved his past work. Like fucking nobody talks about Ed Wood, and that is a fucking incredible movie. And if you ever go see it, like Johnny Depp is literally one of my favorite actors, and does it tarnish some stuff? Yeah, it kind of does. I'm sorry. So it's up to you whether it does or doesn't.
Yeah, but to your point, it as a human being, you as the adult make that decision to go watch that movie after the fact. But like you said, does it tarnish a few things? Yeah, absolutely. Are you gonna end up burning your crybaby poster that you have? You know, are you going to end up burning, you know, the Edward Scissorhands prop that you have? Probably not, you know, because that happened prior to these allegations, you know. So it's probably one of those things where up to a certain point, it's like Johnny Depp's dope. And then that was the point that he did it. So probably everything afterwards, probably not going to support it. You know, it's the same thing when it comes down to athletes, you know. I mean, you know, for me as a human being, as a parent, as a husband, when I hear these football players that end up, you know, are arrested for domestic abuse, and it's just like, bro, like, really? Like, come on. I mean, I know we're going off topic, but it's the same thing. It's like me being the big football fan that I am. If one of the players that I dug, let's say, for example, I'm a huge Rams fan. Aaron Donald is accused of, shut up. Aaron Donald is accused of domestic abuse. You're damn right. I'm going to stop buying his gear, you know, or stop wearing, you know, things that have his number on there. I'm not going to support the man himself and his brand. I'm still going to support the team, but I'm not going to support him as a brand. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, I know we're going off topic, but I get the point. I get what you're saying. You know,
it's we're fans. We're fans, and we're supporting these artists, whether they're athletes or whether they're actors. It's just
there was a point where there was a point where Robert Downey Jr. wasn't hireable, and he fucking blew up.
Okay, I have an answer to that. Yeah, he was only doing drugs, and he was on drugs, and he was having his bad times there. He was damaging himself, right? He wasn't affecting fucking a minor. He wasn't beating on girls and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, but
so you judge that morality. Like me as a person, he was addicted to drugs. That is a sickness. He overcame it. He rehabbed himself. He rehabbed his career, and now he's fucking Iron Man, and he could do whatever he wants now. Like I remember being a kid when he was in court watching Fox 11 News in Los Angeles. When he got busted, and I was like, fuck, that is fucking heartbreaking shit. As a fucking boy watching it in my room, I'm like, fuck, like my thoughts and prayers to him going through his trouble, and he came out of it. That's a good story to come out of. If Johnny Depp, bad thing is that he's in his career, he's older now. So the fucking lead roles that he could have while he rehabs his career is fucking diminishing now.
Yeah.
So that's a bad thing. Can I give him a second chance? Sure. But what is he going to be doing in the future?
He's going to be doing little cameos here and there, like he did in 21 Jump Street. That's what he's going to end up doing.
Remember when I was relevant? Like,
yeah, exactly. You know, and
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, no,
probably. Hey,
I would take 5 shots to the dome before I fucking see that.
I'm just saying, but I get it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Nothing's better than the other. Just when certain people got busted, that was taboo. Like Robert Downey Jr. was taboo. Travolta. A little less taboo,
still on the shit list, dude.
But then same with Michael Jackson, though. Michael Jackson was taboo until he passed away, and then we're all like, King of Pop. Yeah. And then the fucking documentary came out, and we're like, I never liked him, you know. But then you still put on his music every now and then.
It's just fucking R. Kelly straight out agrees to like, yeah, I did it, and then fucking if Bump and Grind comes on, you still kind of. You don't think of a fucking underage and peeing on anybody, but you
trust, bro.
I honestly
trust, bro. Yeah.
He has a fucking sex cult now. So what do I do?
Oh no!
I was like, nope.
Every time an R. Kelly song comes on, you change that shit, dude.
Yeah, not in this house. I didn't know about the sex cult. My bad.
Not in this house, bro.
Space Jam comes on, and I believe I can fly. It's like, nope, sorry.
I believe I can't. Turn that shit off.
I didn't know about the sex cult. What about Space Jam 2? Clearly, that's not going to be used.
Well, that's why he's not going to be on it.
Aha! It's probably going to be Drake that's going to do the song. So
I know we got a little serious on this one.
We got really serious there.
I know.
No, it's
Take it
good.
away, sir.
Let me
Take
jump
it
in.
away.
We'll go ahead and put a button on this one and move on to our next subject. I'm sure we're going to revisit this in the future.
See, Carmen, sometimes we run over everybody. Whoever's the host, it's just we run the fuck over everybody.
No
Damn,
worries.
she just took that down.
Yeah, you're pushing her to drink.
So there's been it's been kind of gaining popularity with the hashtag release the air cut for the Suicide Squad. I'll go ahead and go first and get it out of the way. I've always been, I wouldn't say a defender of the movie. I said that I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it as much as everybody else, but I honestly don't need an air cut version of this. The whole Snyder cut, air cut. I was like, I'm cool with the Snyder cut. I'm not expecting much because of what happened, but I honestly, I don't need an air cut of this movie. I liked it. We could move on to the fucking
James Gunn.
Suicide Squad 2. What do you guys think?
I agree. I
I don't
feel
100%.
I didn't ask for it. Don't
I
give
didn't
it
ask
to
for
me.
it. Give me that shit.
I want that bullshit. Yeah.
I kind of feel that it was you know what it is? It's one of those things where another kid does something on the schoolyard and then everybody else wants to do it. That's what Ayer's doing. You know, he saw that Snyder got the green light. He wants the green light too. But again, it's
Snyder Cut's a whole other fucking movie. It's a whole other movie. Like
it's turning out that it's probably not going to be a whole other movie, dude.
Yeah, 4 new minutes of footage. I mean, of new
It's all gonna
footage.
be what we saw.
But it is going to
Yeah.
be, it's going to be told differently. So I am curious of it. I'm not very hopeful, but the air cut, exactly what Andres was saying, it's no one's asking for it, and he's the one starting the hashtag versus the Snyder cut. I don't
The
know if you guys
actors did it.
remember Thank you, Esteban. Took the words right out of my mouth. Specifically, Momoa. Momoa said from the get-go, I saw the original cut. The original cut had 30 minutes of me bonding with my dad. This is before Aquaman. And he's like, it showed my backstory. It showed this. It showed that. I saw the original movie. It's the best movie. Come to find out, fucking 4 years later, that movie that he supposedly saw was never that. It wasn't real. That was a lie. Because why would HBO now or HBO Max throw how many millions at Snyder to, hey, edit this shit together? I thought it was already done because that's what Momoa said. Now, this is nothing against Momoa. Like, love the dude. Awesome Aquaman, whatever. But that's what started it. And then that's where the hashtag Snyder Cut started. And then people released the Snyder Cut because we heard about this original movie that supposedly did exist that didn't. Now, Ayer, what's his face? Joker. What was his name?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. He was very public. He was very public with saying how much he hated the Joker. Well, once the fans reviewed it and once the fans were like, that's not Joker, he said, that's not the Joker that I saw. The final version that I saw was a different Joker. They edited so many scenes out. That's not the Joker that I wanted. It made it look like that. So he backed it. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt. From what I remember, they didn't want to include a lot of the Joker Harley Quinn stuff because it was kind of
Abusive.
Yeah, thank you. It was kind of abusive, so they cut a lot of their relationship stuff out just to make it palatable, I guess.
I'm going to say this, and there are so many people that I know that disagree with me, but I'm looking at you, Ash. I'm hoping you save me here. The original Harley Quinn was an original character of the Batman animated series. And the whole show was about how she is always mistreated by the Joker. How he always abused the fuck out of her and used her. Somehow, when Suicide Squad came out, people were like, this is the greatest love story. Like, no, that is not the character at all. but everyone dove into that. Now, did I enjoy Suicide Squad? I absolutely did. To your point, Andres, I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like, finally we get a good DC movie. And then some of my like hardcore DC friends, they're the ones that are telling me like, dude, it's not good because of this, because of this, because of this.
Why
I'm like,
can't you
okay.
just like the fucking movie?
And that was my sentiment. It's like, I guess I'm more forgiving. I'm like, I liked it. Was it true to certain things? Maybe not, but I still enjoyed the general movie. Like Will Smith was very charismatic. The dude,
and then kind of even the Deadpool. Sorry, what? Will Smith and Harley Quinn, like that could have been a love story. Like the whole little whatever, like that was cool. Like, where can this go?
I think that's kind of. I think that's what I heard was kind of more too, is that they had more of a love story as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, you saw it.
Yeah. To your point, Luis, I agree. Like they could have done, like Harley Quinn was introduced in the Adventures of Batman, which is a fucking animated series in the 90s. They could have done the story just like that and still made it palatable for a film version. That when the movie came out, it was the Me Too era, and like abusive relationships towards women was an issue, so you're going to tend to roll it back. You could roll it back to its original setting in the cartoons, and he could still have treated her badly, and not badly enough where it would settle on people badly because of the environment we were in, and it still explained that story, which it's the Mad Love the series of the show, where you could have told that story, which happens in Gotham Sirens. The God damn it, I can't remember the name of the movie.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah, thank you so much. In Birds of Prey, which it kind of tells that story, but not really. I'm
actually glad that you say that, because that's exactly where I was gonna go. Like, you see them try to recover from the last movie of like, I'm over it, I'm working on myself. Anyway, sorry, please continue.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to you next, Carmen, because I know you're not a fan of the movie and you could give your piece. I know. But Sirens was a good movie, and people shit all over that too, because it was like girl power or whatever. And it's like,
I dug it.
I loved it too. It's like, go watch the fucking movie. Like, I don't, as a guy.
But it was also right before the Rona too. So, like, and I feel so bad because Margot Robbie like put in so much money into it. Like, she produced it, she was executive producer on it, like she was fucking backing it, and then Rona. Like,
the movie was good, and I don't know if people like just had a hard on because it's like, oh fucking, it's too much girl power, blah blah blah. Like, dude, it's a fucking comic book movie. She's a superhero / villain. Like, just fucking go with it and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
When you see a child
it's a movie, just go.
When you see a child actor like Dakota Fanning fucking nail a fucking movie, and then you see the girl that was in Birds of Prey and her lines are just shit.
Oh, I see.
Like, you could judge, you could judge writing.
Orphan?
Yeah. Like, you could judge the writing of a movie, like, and at the end, I'm going to go into New Mutants later, and there's stuff that you could judge, and I'll give my review on it. But you could always be picky about stuff. But if you're going in with some misogynistic bullshit, it's like, oh, this is all girl power, like, I can't watch this movie because there's no guys in it. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
You're a guy? That's weird. Not you, just saying.
In general.
No, in general, like, you're a fucking support women all the way.
Carmen, you want to go ahead? There's a bunch of shit that we just said.
I like Birds of Prey. I could see people's point about women's empowerment because it's an all-female cast, I guess, as far as superheroes or.
But Ewan McGregor was a good Black Mask.
Fuck yeah. Ewan
McGregor was a good Black Mask.
He was. Yeah. I agree. I think I was more waiting for him to be constantly wearing the mask type thing. You know what I mean? That's what I was hoping for. It didn't happen, but whatever. But it didn't take away from the movie. It was good.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Can I ask a question?
Ewan McGregor as a bigger role, but Eric Bana as Black Mask.
What are you asking?
No, he's
Eric
asking
Bana
if
as
you were.
Black Mask, the way that he was playing it. Like, I'm not used to Ewan McGregor being a whiny bitch in the movie.
I didn't really see him as a whiny bitch though.
Oh
He
my
was more
god!
of
Oh, dude, how many
Kind
times?
of. I don't disagree with Ash. Kind of. He was like weaselly.
Right. Like, okay, if you're playing Gotham, like Arkham City, fucking, you're used to Black Mask. You're not used to fucking. I'm a bitch, but I still play the. You know what I mean? Like, he kind of played like. How do you say it? Like a secondary character when Black Mask really could be the origin story of the new Batman, fucking Pattinson Batman. Like, you got no nobody.
I mean, I dug the
But I
take of it.
I don't think that they were trying to focus on his story. It was more about redeeming Harley
Bart.
Quinn's story and
That's
giving
why I
her a
said that.
voice and giving her like, okay, I know people probably you've read something or you saw something that her relationship with Joker was toxic and that's why you shouldn't like the character, blah blah blah. But like now she's a badass and like she's getting women together, so therefore like her, kind of like to the general public. That's what they were trying to portray. But so I see your point on how they played his character, but I don't think they did him a disservice as much as you're taking it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I see it.
You're right. Yeah. I don't think any. Look at Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel wasn't like woman. It was just fucking people could be heroes.
First of all, that motion and you saying women, wow.
Ha!
Okay.
I didn't even say it like that. I just meant like shoving it down your mouth. That women.
Again, that doesn't make it any better, dude.
It's not making it better.
Trilogy is one of my
See, but
favorite.
hold on. I know what you're saying, Ash, and I agree with you. Like that wasn't like girl power wasn't shoved down our like, and I'm saying this with quotation marks. I don't believe that was the case in Birds of Prey. So, and yeah, you're right by saying that wasn't like the fucking go-to part. That's why I'm not doing any hand gestures, buddy. Like that wasn't what was like the advertised part of Captain Marvel. But if you still go online, like if you read any of the Marvel stuff posts and it's Captain Marvel stuff, you see just a fuckload of dumb fucking guys talking shit about fucking women on this, and that they just shit on the character, and it's like, what the fuck? Like I enjoyed that movie just because it's a woman-led movie. It's like I can't enjoy it. It's like, come on, you little incel bitches, just fucking enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. You can follow us at Luis Benavides at No, I'm saying your name wrong.
Wow, dude. How many do you had?
Luis Benavides at fuck you, Luis.
And I love dick.com. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I don't, sometimes it's not my like I don't see the internet. I see what I see, you know? Like I
Because you're not wrong. I think in general
people suck.
Probably best you see that. Like not to get into this, and that would probably take a whole nother show. It's like sometimes nerd culture is toxic and it's better that
sometimes
that shit. Yep. That's why
sometimes.
It's more like 90% of the time it's toxic.
Thank you, Esteban. That's exactly where I was going.
You know, it's like
I totally agree. Like there's so many aspects to it that we could say.
That as a culture is not an inflexible culture. You either want it the way it was presented originally, and if it's deviated from that, then it's totally wrong. Whether it's women empowerment or whatever it is, whoever is trying to change a little aspect of something, it's completely wrong. And that's where the toxicity comes in. At least I feel.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so that's another one. Well, no, he agreed.
I thought toxicity, and then I was like, "Don't make a joke. Don't make a joke."
Of my city.
Yeah, we all knew it was going there.
Yeah, that's what we all knew.
That's why I didn't do anything.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So we mentioned the Save Daredevil hashtag a week ago or a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
It now has officially passed, and Daredevil's back with Marvel.
Fuck yeah.
So hopefully we get back the cast of the show. It moves on to. Fuck you, man! Don't be giving me your shoulder shrug.
That's really
I'm being realistic,
counting on
buddy.
People not picking up work between that time. That the hashtag.
Charlie Cox is ready. He had his. He was doing a play. That play's over, and he's free to go to Daredevil if he wants.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I don't want that. It's just being realistic. We're not going to end up getting him. We're going to get someone else, and we're going to be like, we hate him because we like Charlie Cox. And whoever it is that Disney decides to pick, we're going to be like, holy shit, that's actually a pretty good character.
And what if that doesn't happen, Luis? What if that doesn't happen?
Want me to go ahead and give you my prediction? I guarantee you they bring back Foggy, they bring back Karen, and they bring back Kingpin and Daredevil.
Oh,
Hold on.
And
You
not
say
only
guarantee. You say guarantee.
right,
What are we?
That's my.
What are we putting on it? What are we putting down?
I'm the one making the prediction. You do the stakes.
Oh,
Not only that, I'll put a topper on it. They bring back Punisher as well.
Okay.
Oh, fucking you.
All right. So we said Foggy. We said
Karen,
Kingpin and Karen and Punisher. So we got 4. So we're not committing to Charlie Cox yet, right? We're just saying those 4.
Oh, I agree. Charlie Cox is back as well.
Charlie Cox.
Okay, so 5. So if you get all 5, I'll get back to you on the next episode. That has to be something big. No, I don't have anything. Right? I'm like,
I'm willing to put it on it.
If you get all 5, I'm thinking it's got to be something big because I'm just like 5 and then 4, then 3. Like I have to because I don't think any of that's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah. No.
I don't know, man.
Be good,
dude. It better be fucking good, Luis.
But see, you can't make yours fucking stipulation so high that Andreas won't do it. You have to fucking.
No, I'm gonna do it regardless.
No, there's stakes. Yeah, because he seems pretty confident.
I'm gonna do it. I'm calling it right now.
Because my initial thought was money.
Line everything up.
My initial thought was money. It was $20 per thing, but that's too easy. It's like
whatever
okay.
you want.
Sure.
So I'm just thinking like what would be what would be funnier and funner for people watching this podcast. So give me some time to think about it. So it won't be anything breaking the bank.
Funner is not a word.
Funner is a word. Funner is a word. Funner will be a word.
It's not a word.
I'm working on it.
And we will wild
If you're listening to this podcast, actually, why don't you leave us some suggestions on what you think the wager should be on? Maybe we'll take
By
it
the way,
up.
Thank you, Carnes.
I'll go further, and I'll even say that shit's gonna come out on fucking Hulu. So you don't have to worry about Disney Plus and their ratings. So remember I said, remember this hands are gonna be a jack off motion? That's for you, Luis, not for
not me.
It's all over my face.
It will be.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I will wildcard this and say whoever wins, I will do the loser's bet with them.
Ew. Oh.
It's gross.
I will
okay.
do the loser.
No. I heard what you said, Ash. I got you.
As long, yeah, it's like, yeah, no, bro. Like, I fuck it. I'm down.
Is that
Dude.
the
All right.
size or what's
Everybody-
All right.
the
Well,
size?
see, now it makes me want to do like a drink thing. Now
No,
I'm
don't
thinking
do a
that we.
drink thing. Do
Whatever you
something
guys have to do.
else.
All right, whatever. I'll
Whatever.
think. Like I said, I'll think about it. All right, moving on to long stories.
Right.
Okay, so anybody have any other topics on Daredevil before we move on?
I want to see what's going to happen next.
Do you guys ever notice how fucking Punisher always looks like I'm just kidding. I know.
That would have been the third time.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
she was already gonna lose her shit. Yep.
Yes, I
Looks
was.
like she's making
Yes,
math
I was.
equations in his head.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Andres.
All right, so we're gonna move on. There's reports that Linda Carter is in talks to come out in Flashpoint.
Roman
Yeah,
Reigns.
man. Roman Reigns.
That's
Wait.
gonna be awesome. especially if they do with Michael Keaton.
That would be just the
I
ultimate
agree.
fan service. Ultimate fan
Yes.
service. Like what that would be such a great thing for DC to like just embrace. Like, hey, you guys like all this old shit? Here it is, all of
Is
it.
it
Okay.
with CGI nowadays? Is it blasphemy to bring in Christopher Reeve?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, you draw the line there.
Yeah, you absolutely
They-
draw the line there.
But they did it with
Yeah,
Cavill.
but it also depends on the estate. So
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think
that was going to be my next question.
they could bring in Brandon Rolfe. I think that would be fun, just to have him in as a Superman again. And you know what would be also dope is fucking Smallville. Have him in.
Tom Welling.
I'm willing.
Yeah, like just to have like if we're gonna do different variations, use those dudes and
I'd
even
accept Brandon
Lois and Clark.
before I'd accept him. Not
See-
that I don't like Smallville, just he had his comeback during that Flashpoint.
Even still, it would just be like if we need to pull out more Superman, which I don't think we would, but those would be perfectly good Superman.
By the way, the Arrowverse already did that by having all them Superman and everybody else.
Crisis, yeah.
And Dick from the 1970s.
Yeah, whoever
TV show.
touched any fucking Marvel product or show in the past.
Yeah.
So.
So you
I don't
guys,
think that'd be blasphemy as long as it's not like a 2-hour Christopher Reeve thing. If it's just a young Robert Downey Jr. scene, that's just like a kind of like a not a throwaway scene, but kind of like establish and we're done. I think that'd be cool.
I don't know, man. That's. I mean, if okay.
I mean, I suppose if they were to end the movie with like in memory of whatever, and then it shows his like. I mean, I guess it can be like more of like an homage. I could see that.
Cool.
Perfect. Dead silence. I love
No, it's not that. No.
that. Damn it! It was asked last week. I was trying to avoid it.
No. I mean, to hear the fact that we are gonna get Michael Keaton in the Flashpoint movie. Now it's a possibility that we're gonna get Linda Carter in the movie. I mean, the fan boy, you know, all of us would you want to see Christopher Reeves in there? Honestly, would you want to see Christopher Reeves? Some sort of CGI.
It's
Fortress
not
of
actually
Solitude.
Christopher Reeves in it, so no.
No. Yeah, I don't want it.
Okay.
It'll
all
bum
right.
me out.
Exactly.
Unless it's like a
It
horse
just
riding
never
scene.
works out the
You're
way
such
that
a
they
fucking dick, Luis. You're such an asshole. You're such an asshole. Fucking dick, dude.
That was Luis laughing.
You dick. Wow. Anyway,
I think this is the time to move on, Andres.
I
No,
agree.
thank you.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them to get their giggles out of the way. Alrighty. So there's been rumors, even Haley Steinfeld has been playing into it, where she's been leaving rumors or like cookie crumbs here and there that she's going to be Kate Bishop in the new Marvel show on Hawkeye. And then we got pictures of her and Jeremy Renner on the cast in New York filming the show. So I am really excited, and I like Haley Steinfeld as an actress, and I've been kind of fan casting her in different shit, and I'm glad that she's now in a Marvel show and she could enter the universe. What do you guys think?
I'm fucking stoked for this shit, dude. I read the Hawkeye comic book, and that's what it's going to be loosely based on. And
Yeah.
the writers for the Hawkeye comic book it was great. It's great. And then now we're getting reports that the Hawkeye series is supposed to take place in 2025. So it's going to be after Avengers Endgame. So I'm curious on where it's going to go. I'm excited on where it's going to go. So I'm all in for this one.
Anybody else?
Cool. I'm alone.
Yeah.
I like that she's coming on to the show, because then that brings Young Avengers into it. So
Yeah.
whatever they're going to do from there, I'm excited for. I'm excited to see her in this. I think she's good. She's a great actress, or at least what I've seen her on. What the fuck was that movie?
Bumblebee.
No, wait. The singing movie, Pitch Perfect. She was.
Yeah.
I know you guys didn't see that, but
I saw all
whoever
three.
in the audience. Okay, so I
Same.
liked her from there, and I mean, I just like her, so I'm excited regardless. And the possibilities of her and Young Avengers, it's badass. I'm here for it.
It's
What's on your wrist, Ash? What's happening there?
It's the main character from Bumblebee.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Speaking of Bumblebee, I really like that movie, and I like
You made me cry,
Yeah.
that motherfucker.
and I hated every other Transformer except for the first. So that's saying a lot.
Yeah, that
The
movie
first
made me-
one really was the best.
First
I
one was,
really
but
like,
I mean, I didn't understand the fight scenes. Like, it's like
yes, that's
CGI
everything.
mess, CGI mess. I win. It's like, what did you do? Like, but yes, I agree.
Yes.
Bumblebee was amazing.
This CGI mess.
Yeah, but no, it's really good. I enjoy.
So I was excited to have Haley Seinfeld join.
I agree.
So yeah, we have that to look forward to. We also got reports today, film day. This is December 3rd. That for 2021, that Warner Brothers plans to release all their film slate the same day on HBO Max as when they release them on theaters.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Like we talked about this before, and I'm like a big theater guy. But with Corona still going on and raging, I would not feel comfortable going, me personally, going to the theater. So I will probably end up watching the majority of these movies until we have this pandemic somewhat under control. But I've always been like, even since I was a really young boy, I've always been a theater going person. I love the experience. So I know that people are professing like the doom of theaters because of this. I just don't think it'll happen. I really don't hope it happens as well. What do you guys think?
I'm more excited than the announcement of it being on HBO Max was the fucking just the reminding me that, oh yeah, there's good shit on the horizon. Good shit in the sense of entertainment, like Godzilla versus Kong. Really excited for that. Like, I don't know if anybody saw Godzilla King of Monsters. I was always a big Godzilla fan. We get that. Tom and Jerry wasn't a big thing of, but I forgot they were doing a reboot of Mortal Kombat with everything that's happening coronavirus. Like, I forgot Mortal Kombat was getting a reboot. So we're going to get that. Matrix 4.
Yep.
I'm on the fence because I wasn't a big fan of 3.
The Mortal Kombat, is that the YouTube actors or is it a whole new thing?
I think it's a whole new slate of people.
Yeah. Whole
The
new thing.
actors are really good. All right, sorry guys.
Oh, the pilot that they were trying to present of like, hey, let's do this.
It was kind of like Bat in the Sun or Bat in the Sun, right? Bat in the Sun.
Bat in the Sun,
Like that era. Okay.
Yeah. What is it? Let's see.
We're also
list
getting
that they
Dune,
mentioned.
We're also
Was
getting Dune, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
That's
Dune.
the one I'm really looking forward to is Dune.
Dune, Matrix 4, Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, Suicide Squad, and Tom and Jerry. And many more.
Yeah.
But
Well,
those are the
there's
big ones
Space
that
Jam
were in
too.
the... Yeah.
Don't act like you don't want to watch Space Jam, dude.
I was down with the first Space Jam.
Even if theaters die, what's awesome about the world is that it dies for like 2 years and then we go, remember theaters? And then we build 90 of them. It's gonna be back. Even if it dies, it will be back.
I agree. I mean, I hope that theaters
They'll
don't
be
go
all
away.
be owned by Disney, but they'll be back.
Kind of like drive-ins.
Yeah. I mean, and then what happened during the pandemic? Everybody started going to a drive-in. So
Exactly.
there's that.
Started going to drive-in comedy shows.
Yeah.
It's great.
So-
Just
so
something to
that's
get
what
the
I
fuck
mean.
out of the house.
And that's the thing is that I don't think that theaters will die. I hope they don't die. If they do, it'll be a sad point in our, existence here. But I agree with Ash. I think it's going to come to a point where it's just like, hey, you remember when we used to go to movie theaters? Or it's going to be to the point where people are going to start hosting you know, things for everybody to come over, you know, to go and watch it, and they have the big old projector outside and shit, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if, I guarantee you that if theaters do die and we want to do a watch party for something, you know, there's going to be some fool out there that's going to be like, all right, you guys want to come over? I'm going to charge you guys $5 a head in order if you guys want to come in and watch the movie.
Kind of like
You know,
pay-per-view fights. If you go to a fucking
Exactly.
Mexican restaurant before COVID, be like, you want to watch the fucking Canelo fight? Like $20 on top of whatever the fucking food you're gonna order.
So,
Best way theaters won't die.
exactly.
Theaters will die,
Yeah.
but we'll come back.
We'll be back.
I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm really excited about Dune. I read the book when I was a kid. The book was fucking great.
I know nothing of
Um,
Dune.
It was good. What was it?
You watched the first one with Kyle MacLachlan.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. That one was pretty cool. The other one that I'm excited for is The Conjuring. The Conjuring
Yeah.
3.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah.
What? There's a 3?
Yeah, dude.
The
I
devil
had no
needs
idea.
to
I'm
do it.
out. I didn't know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Did we
Ash,
talk about
we
it?
need to do.
Carmen,
No, we didn't
what's
talk
the
about
title
it.
again?
The devil made me do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
yeah.
talked about this, right, Carmen?
All right, Ash.
Yeah.
We're
I don't
doing.
think
We're,
we did.
we have to do our
I think we
special
briefly
live
touched
episode.
on it. No,
Special
okay.
live episode of
Not
of
fully. We
Conjuring
touched
1.
on it, but
Yeah.
we didn't touch on it.
Here's the thing, and this is the reason why I'm really excited about it, is that they're going to be going away from their horror roots from it, and it's going to be, well, okay, hear me out. This
I'm
is
here.
supposed to, this is, I know, this is supposed to be based off of the trial of a specific individual that ended up murdering his family or a group of people because the devil made him do it, is what he said. So
Ah.
so they're pulling away from the horror aspect, and it's going to be more suspense, drama, court case type thing, because that's where it's supposed to take place, is when this person's going to be, you know, gonna go and stand trial for it.
Well, do we know the release date of said movie?
We don't, but the actors that played in the previous 2 Conjurings are coming back.
Of course, they have to.
Of course.
All right, Ash,
No,
Claire Forlani and no, is it Claire? Yeah,
Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson. Yeah.
Ash, we have to do a super cut of you watching both of those movies, and every time you jump, we're going to
We
splice
already
them
said we
together.
were gonna do it.
2
And it's
episodes
going
ago,
to-
I asked you guys if I could handle The Conjuring. You all said no. So why are
But
you?
you have to now. Anyway, so what's going to happen is you heard it here first, guys. We're going to drop an episode the month before it releases, and then the day that movie releases, we'll have another short super clip of Ash freaking the fuck out.
all heard it
And you're
first.
also
Do it
a
in with
special
me,
episode
because I'm
of all
not
of us
fucking-
leaving his house.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. If I could-
This is for everybody just listening to the show. This is kind of one of the moments that if you would do us a favor to jump on YouTube just to see Ash's fucking reaction right now, and like he is having a
is
full-on
perfect.
meltdown, and it's just talking about the fucking movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be you have no idea how much.
It's going to
of
be a
thing
whole
it's
thing.
gonna be. It's gonna be a.
It's going to be a
fucking
whole thing.
It,
all of the
And
things.
we're all going to be there. And
Esteban's gonna have to drive 6 hours to fucking comfort me. It's gonna be a whole thing.
You will be alone. I want you to know that.
You will be alone.
why did you sound like a fucking villain, Luis?
You will be alone.
Fucking
all right,
Shang
we're
Tsung.
gonna go ahead and move to our next topic. And I'm sorry.
We're on the Mandalorian, and that's what we thought we were gonna talk about the whole time.
We're not there yet. Thank you very
We're
much.
not even on the Mandalorian yet.
Yes, please.
Settle
That's
down.
we already know the format of the show is Mandalorians at the end, so shut the fuck up. As I was saying, we're now going into a sad moment of the show. We're going to talk about WWF Hall of Famer Pat Patterson passing away this week. You want to go ahead and take it, Ash?
Never ask me that again. Pat Patterson, one, had to suffer with the wrestling world. I don't even want to say that.
Well, it's
Right now he's like, oh, the first openly gay guy to whatever, and it's kind of like, it's really weird that they're billing him as that, because a lot of his life was not You know what I mean? Like that wasn't known.
That wasn't his identity.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It wasn't like a thing that's not talked about, and it's great that now we can talk about that. But it's just weird that like now we're like celebrating it. It just I don't know. It's like it's that fine line that we were talking about with Johnny Depp and everything that we were talking about before. Like now it's okay to talk about, and now we can celebrate it. It's just really weird. But Pat Patterson was one, the first Intercontinental Champion. 2, he also came up with the Royal Rumble. 3, he also right now there's a million writers for wrestling, which is awesome because it makes me feel great when you're talking about wrestling and a girl leaves.
But is it?
It's
I'm
just fun.
sorry, I just needed
It's okay,
water.
it's absolutely okay. There was a time when it was 3 people that ran the wrestling, like WWF, and now there's like a million writers. Which was one of them was even Patrice O'Neal, rest in peace, and
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. That's the one I was talking about. But it's you just kind of wish that it would go back to the 3 people because we all know what we want to fucking put together. And once you put a million writers, just because they were on Dawson's Creek doesn't mean they need to be a writer for fucking wrestling business. It's just
Dawson's
us
Creek.
3 because we know what we fucking want to do. We can all move forward with us 3. But Pat Patterson, when it was down to 3 people, was one of those 3 people. And then not only did he write the shows, he would be like, okay, Luis has been building up as a star, and Esteban was once a world champion, and we can have him beat him. He would put together a match where you didn't lose face and you're still gonna win as the new guy, and everybody's happy. AKA fucking Ultimate Warrior versus versus Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like we want to bring up this guy, but also we still want to keep Hulk Hogan.
Right.
So like he was one of those guys that would be able to, this is how we're all going to do this. It doesn't sound as complicated as it is, but you are dealing with artists' egos.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really fucking hard because like, okay, I'm going to lose to you, but here's how I'm going to lose. Like that's how stupid it gets down to, because this salvages my ego for going forward.
I'm gonna sorry Ash, not to cut you off, but I'll jump in.
Please.
Like if you just go see all the they use superstars for WWE to talk about their wrestlers. But if you go back to like see like all the kind words that the past like greats they say nothing but good things about Patterson, like especially Chris Jericho. Like if you ever heard Chris Jericho's "Thank You, Cat," if you ever hear Chris Jericho talk about Pat Patterson, he gives us so much praise to like help him get like there's a WWE style of wrestling. And Chris talks about how it was like he gives so much praise to Pat Patterson to help him set that up. So if you just go to like the different past wrestlers and they have nothing but praise, regardless of the fact if he was gay or not and out at the time, yeah, that is a super bro dude, male dominated sport.
Mm-hmm.
And him, regardless of him being gay, had so much respect throughout, like for so many of the great wrestlers, and they all give him praise. So, like, just go on, check Instagram. You see posts from like the fucking Rock or Bret Hart, fucking Chris.
There's a lot of people's uncles. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
a lot of our generation's uncles.
I heard what you said, asshole.
Did I say Chris Benoit? I didn't say Chris Benoit. Did I do that?
No, you didn't. The asshole laughing in the back is.
Oh no! Who's drunker than me?
I'm gonna end best wrestling talk since somebody went ahead and said that name.
Dude, why you gotta fucking ruin it, bro?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Once
Uh,
not yet.
It's kind of what I do when people are having fun. I'm like, what can I say?
shut the
Oh,
fuck
no.
up.
Oh no!
Ever say that fucking name again, dude? That guy was
Anyways,
a monster.
I know. That's
so
the
I'm gonna
joke.
move on the show, and I'm gonna give you guys a little insight on the show. Everybody who hosts the show brings a little inside themselves to the show. Like whenever Ash does the host, Ash always has his games, and it's based on that.
Mm-hmm.
And now most of us try to do some game, whether it be like nerd stuff. But there was so much shit to talk about, and I've been meaning to post a review on New Mutants for a couple weeks now, and I didn't really have a chance to jump in the other shows. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and throw into my show. So I went ahead and paid for the rental of New Mutants. I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. I think it is worth the whatever $3, $4 you have to pay to rent the movie for a couple days.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
In?
give a real general review on it, and then I'll give a grade to what I think it is, and I'll explain why I gave that grade. So I really like the main character in the show. It's based on Danny Moonstar, the actress Blue Hunt plays her. I think she does a really good job. She's a great actress on it. Macy Williams comes out in it from Game of Thrones. She plays Wolfsbane, which is Rain Sinclair in this. You don't get Wolfsbane name. And then Magic or Ileana Rasputin is played by the great Anya Taylor-Joy. And then our boy Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things plays Cannonball. And there's also Sunspot, who none of the characters have their
Sunspot.
none of the characters have their mutant names yet. It's basically the start of them becoming the New Mutants. You get them in a school, and it's supposed to be kind of like a gender bending movie where it's kind of horror, kind of like coming of age, teenage love story stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. There's some stuff like the horror part doesn't really work because of certain things. They do a lot of CGI, and the CGI is like really not good where it pulls you out. I really like the movie though. Like Macy Williams and Blue Hunt steal the movie. Like I was really looking forward to seeing Anya Taylor-Joy as Magic. That's one of my favorite mutant characters. And she's kind of bratty in the beginning of it, and then she grows on you. Like the fucking fight scene with her, like mainly in it, is fucking spectacular. And you get to see a mutant character called Lockheed, which is usually Shadowcat's companion, but it's on
Nice.
Magic this time. So you get to see stuff like that. So there's like fan service in there for you if you're like your hardcore fans.
Do you remember Marvel
Sorry.
cards?
Yeah.
And they did them in seasons.
Uh-huh.
Lockheed, the way you said that, like for me was Lockheed because it was like that. It was
No,
Thanos
I could read
until I heard
English.
Thanos.
No, I could read English. So even though Spanish is my first language, I know it's
Fuck.
Lockheed.
Fucking A. Okay,
So-
so anywho,
All right,
And
so
I
it's a
was
savage
saying-
community, guys.
that-
I gave the movie
gotta
solid
stop
C. I was leaning towards C plus C. I don't
Ooh.
think that's a bad grade. Usually when I grade movies, anything C and above, I enjoyed and I would recommend watching. There's some bad writing. I didn't think it was slow or bad. The CGI was not good. Like,
the CGI kind of means to me that I can handle it.
Same.
yeah, it's not scary at all. Like, they try to say that it's a horror movie. It's not gonna bother you one bit. There's like some.
Is this a movie you think you're gonna want to rewatch like 5 years from now?
I would actually rewatch right now. If it was, I rented it, so I couldn't like do the rewatch after you finish watching it. But I would definitely
you
watch
would.
it again. Yeah,
Okay,
I enjoyed it a lot. But
that's my sell. I'm gonna watch it.
Macy Williams actually does a really good job in it. Charlie Heaton as Cannonball is good. And like, if you have any, like, I don't want to give too much in it, like mention any of the X-Men stuff. It's touched on and it goes forward, and you could tell it was set up for part 2. And I did some reading on it. There's supposed to be a trilogy based on it. There was supposed to be kind of like different movie genres in each one, but I doubt that it's going to happen now. But I really look forward to it. So
Cool, man.
you guys got some time to burn and have money to waste, I would definitely recommend watching it.
I'm in.
Done.
In January, after everybody gets their Christmas gift, I'm down to see it.
It's not scary. Like, you could actually watch it.
No, that's not even what I'm. If I
No, he's watching the first Conjuring, dude. Don't forget about that.
That's his Christmas gift.
we're gonna scrap everything you say today. So what else?
Okay, we're gonna move on to the Mandalorian, which is usually our last topic now that the Mandalorian's in season. But before I do that, I'm gonna have we're gonna be doing like a clause player of the episode going forward. And the first one's gonna tie into the Mandalorian, and it's gonna be, I chose it since I'm the host of the show. So it's going to be, sorry, bringing up my notes so I get it right. The cosplay shout out, it's going to be Ray Connects. It's at ray.connects, KENNEX on Instagram. And she plays an awesome Ahsoka Tano. Like, it is fucking dead on perfect. And she does the Twi'lek Hera, which looks
Can you spell
really
that
good.
again, please?
Is she a cosplayer or what?
Yeah,
she's
she's
a
a
cosplayer.
cosplayer.
Yeah.
Her Instagram handle is Ray REI.KENNEX, Ray Connects. She does a great Ray as well. Like, definitely jump on her page. She does a perfect spot on job. Like, I know they wouldn't have cast her to play fucking Ashoka on the show, and going into the show, now we could go ahead and talk about it now. So what are you guys' thoughts on the episode?
I was blown away. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
I was fucking blown away with that episode. I was excited, and I tried to stay off of social media as long as I could because I didn't see it until Sunday, I think, or Sunday or Monday. Yeah. So I tried to stay off it as much as I could. I saw it. I'm fucking excited, and I'm excited on where we're gonna go next. And I don't know. I'm just blown away.
Hold on. Since Carmen is a big Rebels fan and Clone Wars fan, I'm going to go ahead and go with her next, since she's had a smile since we've been talking about the Mandalorian this week. So go for it, Carmen. What did you think?
Oh, I fucking loved it. It's like chef's fucking kiss. Amazing. The magistrate was awesome. The fact that they tied her to possibly Darth Maul because of the planet that she's from. That is like a way to bring him back in. What is it called? Is the sisters? Fuck. What are they called? Fuck me. No, don't take that literally. Forget I said that.
Luis is gonna put that on a loop now. Watch.
Yes, I know. That's why I was
And
like,
he's not even gonna put it the literally part. He's only gonna put the. Sorry.
Dathomir. She's and he's from the planet. So the fact that they brought that in and she's from there, the fact that she had the Bespar spear, that was badass. The battle scene was awesome. I fucking loved it. I loved everything about it. It was very Western like at the duel or at the end when he's just like waiting for the results of Ahsoka and the magistrate battle it out. And then at the last battle where he fucking just shoots him. It was fucking amazing. First of all, Grogu, hello. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that scene? That's amazing.
There it is. His
I
wish.
got robbed.
He got robbed by Wish.
It wasn't even wish.com. Go on.
I, you know what, man? Like, I dig Baby Yoda's name. I dig his name.
Are you general public where you're not going to accept the name?
No, I like the name. It's just that with present company here, I don't want to ruin it for them. So
We did say spoilers. We didn't say spoilers?
no, yes, we did say
Present
spoilers.
company, people not on the podcast.
Oh, well, we said spoilers.
No,
It should be known.
Yeah.
She should move out while I talk about the podcast.
no, and I think it's great. Did anybody catch the Tombstone reference at the end? No, I'm the only one. Okay, cool.
Fucking Michael Bain. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go. Say what it is. Or spoiler.
So no, we already did the spoiler thing. But if you guys don't know, gosh, I can't remember his name. Is that his name, Michael Bain?
Ouch.
No, I don't
Yes,
think so.
it is.
Is it? It is?
Yes.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, he was actually in the movie Tombstone. He was also Kyle Reese in Terminator. Okay. But he was in the movie Tombstone, and he's got his little quarrel with Doc Holliday, Val Kilmer. And right before at
I'm
the
your
very
Huckleberry.
end,
No.
yeah,
Sorry.
at the very, very end of Tombstone, he tells Doc Holliday, he goes, "My quarrel's not with you." You know, he tells the Mandalorian the exact same thing, which was fucking like perfect. Like he's just sitting there, he's just standing there, like Carmen was saying, waiting to hear, you know, the outcome of the duel.
That was Johnny Ringo?
That was Johnny Ringo, dude.
I didn't fucking notice it. God damn it.
Me neither.
Dude, it was exactly like Ash was doing, just
Johnny
the whole
Ringo.
yeah.
That's what was happening.
I'll be all Huckleberry.
That's what I would honestly like deep down inside. I'm like, I really wish he would have said something like that, but I know he couldn't, you know. But it was just dope. Where he's just like, my quarrel's not with you, Mando, you know. So that shit was dope. Like that was like major fan service right there because they're trying to stick to that Western, and then not to mention that Dave Filoni was the director of this episode. Fuck, dude.
Even like just a cinematic part with like that, where there was like the wide panographic view where you see like Mando on the backside and you see the dude in the foreground.
Yeah,
that was like such like fucking Western,
dude. It was
like
man,
like that was a fucking fantastic episode.
Okay, so the next mission is that Mando's supposed to take the baby Grogu is his name,
to
Tython. So who are you guys expecting to see in Tython? Who's the Jedi that we're all hoping is gonna go, that he's gonna reach out to?
No, hold on. Okay, because I don't know shit about shit, and I only know Clone Wars, maybe a couple episodes, and the movie. Everybody's up in arms about these blue guys that she's looking for.
Thrawn? Dude, you need to
he
fucking know.
Badass.
Okay.
Thrawn?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling in excitement. I'm sorry. I will calm myself
The
down.
general public. I'm just saying, in general, that's what everybody's. I have my own thing about what's happening now, but the person she's looking for is the people that everybody's finishing on Luis about. So that's what we're trying to talk about. Who are the three blue guys?
What three blue guys? Are you referring to Thrawn?
The Blue Man Group?
Yeah, the three.
They're in Las Vegas.
Come on, everybody's saying who. Okay, who is Ashoka? Believe me, here's my fuck up. There's Asuka, who's a wrestler.
Yes.
Spells her name Asuka. That we were taught to not say Asuka, and now in my Star Wars world, there's Ashoka, spelled absolutely correctly, but that's my world right now. So Ashoka, I'm saying it right.
Ashoka, you got it.
So who's Ashoka looking for?
She is looking for General Thrawn.
Okay. Imagine where I'm general public and you're not annoyed because I don't know who that is.
She's not annoyed. She's trying to explain it to you.
I'm messing with her.
A lot of backstory.
who's the guy from the Patriot that they're trying to fucking say that that's the new guy?
So Grand Admiral Thrawn is a big in Rebels, and he has a big backstory. Just because he is very intelligent, tactically speaking, and so he becomes who he is because what's his name? Emperor Palpatine sees the potential in him, and so he recruits him so he becomes part of the Imperial Army. And he's just a really good strategist as far as where they should go or where they should attack or what planet has what resources. And so in Rebels, he faces off with the Rebels a lot, and he and Ezra Bridger disappear at the end of the Rebel season. And so that's what people are excited about, because if Thrawn is back into the mix, that means Ezra Bridger is back into the mix, and he's a Force sensitive. He's not a Jedi, but he did train with a Jedi trainee or Padawan as well. And Ahsoka is a Padawan, and Ahsoka was Anakin's Padawan. And what a Padawan is a student. So Ahsoka was a student of Anakin's. And so that's the whole connection to the Skywalker and how we're getting back into the story or the original trilogy. And the fact that I'm sorry, I know we didn't talk about this, or maybe you guys did when I wasn't listening, but Grogu, when Ahsoka is connecting.
When I wasn't listening.
I'm sorry. When Ahsoka was connecting to Grogu on the Force, and we get the fact that they acknowledge Order 66, which is in the first trilogies. It's another, like, a fucking amazing thing that they did that. Because a lot of people were like, how are these movies so connected, blah, blah, blah. So now it's fucking connected. There you go. They connected it for you. Anyways, yeah, a lot of things happen. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm like going on rants.
No.
And I yell at people, but I'm not really yelling at people. I'm just
Just
really excited because it's a lot of fan service.
That's my I'm glad that you did it once, because that's every podcast that we ever do. And that's counting the drunk Luis. That's drunker than me. So yeah, you're gravy today.
So did I answer who Grand Admiral Thrawn is for you?
You did. But that's the hard part of the Mandalorian, is that they have to explain that to the people that only saw the movies, because there's a lot of Easter eggs. It's like watching a Marvel movie and there's like, oh, that's the poster that fucking Hawkeye had in fucking
I'll break it down like this. A lot of so they'd make it general enough so like somebody like you who didn't see Rebels to come in and see like, oh shit, this is a fucking cool character. That wasn't a dig. It wasn't a dig.
Like you. My
You're
bad,
somebody like you.
You're general public on this case, like on the show. Yeah, that's who you're representing. So they make the show general enough so you know, and they layer on some Easter eggs. So the hardcore fans of the show are like, "Oh my god, this is this," and they'll go, "Oh my god, they made this reference." Yep. So I think they play it perfectly well enough, where you don't need to know who Ashoka was in this episode, unless you're a completist or you're a hardcore fan and you want to learn. And if that was the case, like, then you are like, this was fucking Christmas for you. If that was the case, like you got a fan favorite character that came out into like, not like it was not just an animated, like they brought her to life, and it was done perfectly by Rosario Dawson. Like, really that is fucking Ashoka.
It was dope, because just to see her fight style, like, I think she mastered it perfectly.
Oh, the double saber, the way
Oh
he
my
was
God!
doing it. Oh,
It was perfect.
What?
It was
What?
great.
No, I did. Did you notice that even when she was only fighting with one saber, she still had the hand up like she had two?
Yeah.
Oh, nobody? I'm the asshole?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
But,
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
here's the thing too, is that it gets you talking like, I'm talking to somebody who did follow Rebel. Oh, we gotta quit soon.
No?
The somebody who did follow all the cartoon stuff. Okay, so my beginning of the Clone Wars and the Rebels is her now as a complete Jedi, to where she's bugging the fuck out of Anakin. You know what I mean? Like, so it was cool to see, like, and then her who's willing to accept everybody in the Clone Wars, to her in the Mandalorian saying, "Oh, he's too old to be a Jedi." Like all the cool shit that once you're a Jedi, like you know what to look for, and when you're a Padawan, like the stuff like, why can't we do this? Why can't we do this? Why can't we do this for fucking 18 episodes? I'm ranting.
No. I understand what you're saying. Like, if you
Yes.
watch Rebels, the first season, you could see Ashoka as a Padawan, and
She's wanting to save the whole fucking
yeah,
world.
exactly. Like, you have that, and now you see her in the Mandalorian after Rebels, where who she is, she's kind of more. She's a master now, I guess you would say, because since there's no more the Jedi all are spread throughout.
Anakin at 8 years old, they said it was too old to teach to be a Jedi. You know what I mean? Like, fucking weird.
No, and it's perfect because it plays it in symmetry where that ends up being his Padawan.
Yeah.
And it's a similar, and then we have to see where the show goes going forward. So
it was great. It was just cool. It was just cool to see her grow into being that character that they, as a Jedi, all become to be, as opposed to, how come we can't save this? How come we can't do this? Anakin, I'm trying to go here and save this, but we need to go here because this person is in trouble. And like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, I completely get it, but this episode was just complete fan service and so many Easter eggs, and it was perfect, it was perfect. And I'm excited where it's supposed to go, and the mere fact that I saw this article that I sent you guys that George Lucas wanted to go ahead and kill her off, again, bad idea. Now, did you guys see that we got a response to one of our stories on Instagram?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so Andres,
you don't know the sacrifice. Thank you for responding.
Yes. So one of our followers, Aldo, we all know, Andres and I know Aldo.
Yeah.
He responded to the story that we put on Instagram, and he goes, at some point, tonight. He put on there, and it was in reference to the George Lucas wanting to go ahead and kill off Ahsoka. So he said, at some point she has to make the sacrifice. It's too soon to know to do that now, perhaps after she kills Thrawn or dies protecting Ezra/Luke. So there's a lot of speculation coming out that the other Jedi could possibly be either Ezra. A lot of people are saying that it could be either Ezra, it could be Mace Windu, or it could actually be Skywalker.
I was going to bring that up. You have something to say, Luis? Go ahead before I go into it.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the Mace Windu thing because I saw a little bit of it, so it very little. One thing that I will say is Cal was counted as canon. Cal is the character from the Lost Order, the EA game, the Jedi game, and so he is considered canon. Now, for people that don't know who he is, it's the guy that played Joker.
You have fucking notes.
What's that? Did I have notes?
Yes,
I hate that you notice me watching my notes. So it's He played the Joker in Gotham.
Yes.
And so it's a redhead guy, and so he survived. Was it Order 66?
Yes, he did.
Did I
He
get that
actually,
right?
yeah. If
So
you play the video
he-
game, it actually shows at the point where Order 66 is executed, and it's him trying to escape.
Yeah, so I'm actually going through it now, and it's just that's part of the speculation that I've seen. So that got me excited at the idea of it being like, because people are thinking either it's going to be Luke, like a fucking CGI younger Luke that's going to train Grogu, unless they do a cop out, and because since she did say he can choose which path he wants to go, if he chooses he doesn't want to follow the Force, that's a possibility. But so far we've been getting so much fan service. The idea of them copping out now is rare, but it's still a possibility. But Kel, as fucking part of the EA game, he's young enough to fucking start a franchise. He's at a good age to do that. So that's number one. That's the number one thing I wanted to say before you talk about Mace Windu. The number two thing I wanted to say was a thing I didn't notice the fucking Tombstone reference, by the way, which thank you for that.
Hey, you're welcome.
An hour ago.
But I strongly recommend for you to watch that show again, or that episode again, and notice Ashoka's fight style. And this is what I nerded out about. So they were, and I think you guys were mentioning that it was very Western inspired. Her fight style, not so. I haven't seen too much of Clone Wars, but the little bit that I did see didn't seem so much the way that it was in this episode. This episode, she followed the fight style of a famous samurai known as Miyamoto Musashi, which Andres is shaking his head. Yes, he was the creator of the two sword style in as a Japanese samurai.
Okay.
And so the way that she holds it, like one blade back and then one blade forward, and she kind of does that like stance. And Ash touched on it a little bit, how even when she lost one blade, she was still standing like that. Like, he had a whole philosophy on that fight style. But the idea that she adopted that fight style, like, I'm nerding out in my living room, like, holy fuck, like, this is so amazing. And it's just a beautiful, like, the idea that it can touch 10 different fan services with one scene is phenomenal. And this show just keeps doing that. But that's all I got. That's all I got. So
The
I'll give it back
playoff
to you on
release,
this.
if you're a true like film nerd and you haven't seen any of Kurosawa's shit, do yourself a favor and go watch any Kurosawa movies.
I agree, 100%.
And then tie them into the westerns that they're ripped off of, and it fucking lines up perfectly. So yeah, just do yourself a favor.
Yep.
Because I know Andreas knows this. What is the name of the woman that promised the long spear?
Her real name?
The magistrate?
No, but what the move?
It's the magistrate.
Who is she? The goddaughter.
She's Danny Nosanto's daughter. Danny Nosanto was
In
Bruce
real
Lee's
life.
best friend in real life. Who she is I think her name is Miranda, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive on her name. But Danny Nosanto is
Who's your godfather?
Bruce Lee.
Yes, motherfucker.
So that is Bruce Lee's like best friend, and that is so Bruce Lee developed fucking ninjutsu, I guess.
Yeah, you did fucking ninjutsu. That's the name of the book too.
So if you go ahead and look him up, he is like the sole trainee of Bruce Lee, and that Bruce Lee is basically her godfather.
Do you know who her son is?
Who's your son?
Her son actually came out in Power Rangers.
Which one? The movie?
No, not the movie. I think he was in fuck, dude. He was in no, not that one. Wrong Power Rangers. Trying to remember which one it is. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna have to get back to you.
You just went from Bruce Lee to what Power Rangers we're talking about?
Because it's her son, dick.
Give me back my son.
Easy, Ransom.
See, we were talking about Mel Gibson earlier.
Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
see, it all comes full circle. All right, I'm done.
And we're gonna, you guys. I have no more drinks left, so you guys could finish that off.
Okay, this only makes sense on YouTube. Follow our YouTube and Linktree.
And I'm
And-
gonna go ahead and wrap this up, and I'm gonna build off of Ash and say thank you guys for going ahead and listening to this episode. We appreciate you. If you could please do us a favor, if you're not following, please follow us on any of one of our social medias. You go to our Instagram and see our link tree. If you could do us also the favor of fucking following us on any of the streaming sites, either on iTunes, on Spotify, on our Anchor, which has a bunch of shit.
And hit the
And
thumbs
go
up button, please.
Please. And do us a favor, if you can, leave a simple review. Let your friends know. It's much appreciated. You could get us our name out there and help us expand. We appreciate you listening to us, and have a great night, day.
Next
all-
week on the bet, who has next week's host?
It goes back full circle, bro.
Okay,
I think it's
so-
That goes
we
back
will
to a
just
7
ask-
then?
Luis will have the bet,
I will.
and Andreas has to follow the bet, and we will go forward from that. And
What?
That's you saying that
By
I'm
the
gonna
sound of
lose.
it,
I
Andres is
I
down
have
for whatever.
I have full confidence that I'm going to win.
we're gonna. That's what's gonna.
Remember to leave a comment, guys, on what.
So if I lose,
your
I'm getting
input.
anal. And end
You're
episode.
getting anal.
As
Oh,
Carmen said,
Okay.
go ahead.
I quit.
Got it.
I quit.
Whoa.
As Carmen said,
I don't wanna
go
lose
ahead
any
and
game.
leave your bet suggestion. Fuck these guys. It's still my show. Have a great night.
Yeah, that's my
It's his
Andreas.
show. It's his
That's the
fucking
Andreas I
show.
love.
comics.
All right.
Yes.
Bye. Bye.
Peace out.